Hello, my name is Macy, and today I'll be talking about some of the major problems that the Garden of Eden, a nonprofit organization, is working to solve, and the specific group of the people we aim to help. The problem we're addressing is the mental, physical, and emotional struggles faced by people who are unsheltered or experiencing homelessness. These individuals need much more than just a roof over their heads. They need long-term support to rebuild their lives, regain hope, and feel human again. The Garden of Eden isn't just another shelter. It's a fresh start. It's a place where people are given the resources, care, and respect they deserve so they can grow, heal, and move forward. The people most affected by homelessness includes individuals and families without stable housing. They could even be veterans, young people, single parents, or low-income households. But it doesn't stop there. Even local communities, businesses, and public services are also impacted when homelessness arises. Some of the current solutions to the problem right now, most of the help for homelessness is focused on short-term fixes. People aren't given things like People are given things like food, hygiene kits, and a place to sleep for the night in emergency shelters. These things are really important because they help people survive, but they don't solve the bigger problem that lead to homelessness in the first place. There aren't enough long-term programs that actually help people get back on their feet and stay there. Things like job training, mental health care, addiction recovery, and affordable housing are either hard to access or don't have enough funding. Because of that, many people end up homeless again and again. The support system we have now is helpful in the moment, but it's not strong or organized enough to really help people move forward and build a better life. In our target market segments, we are focusing on people and families who don't have a stable place to live or are close to losing their homes. This includes men, women, and children, mostly between the ages of 0 to 45. Some of them might be living in motels, cars, or staying with friends or relatives because they have nowhere else to go. Their situations are often uncertain and stressful, and they're just trying to get by day to day. By focusing on this group, we want to offer support before things get worse and help create real, lasting change in their lives. Now I'll be passing over to Melea.
All right, thank you, Macy. So I'm going to be going over our solution. So our solution at the Garden of Eden is a faith-based homeless rehabilitation center that combines shelter, hydroponic food production, life skills training, and emotional and spiritual healing. Unlike traditional shelters that only offer temporary relief, we provide a long-term pathway to independence through sustainable agriculture and vocational training. We are better than the alternatives because we focus on self sufficiency, whole person care, community integration, and a safe, clean space. What also sets us apart is our approach to restoring dignity and hope to those experiencing homelessness. We're not only providing shelter through secure sleeping pods and essential needs like clean clothes, warmth, and hygiene, but we're also building a pathway back into society through group therapy, worship nights, and community support. We aim to show love and care while addressing emotional and spiritual needs. Additionally, our hydroponic system will serve as both a sustainable food source and a hands on learning opportunity, empowering individuals with valuable skills for re entering the workforce and rebuilding their lives. Our UVP is that we grow people while growing food. It is a safe, healing place where the homeless find purpose, skills, and community through sustainable farming and spiritual renewal. Our customers in this context are the displaced individuals and also our supporters, which would be our donors, volunteers, and local partners. The channels we would use to connect to our customers would be partnerships with local churches, hospitals, and shelters to refer the residents. Social media, local news features, and community events would be used to spread awareness of our vision. Collaborations with farmers markets and other small businesses would be used to showcase our produce and used to tell our story and show our vision of what the Garden of Eden wants to solve. Outreach through local government and nonprofits for grants and referrals will also be used. We'll make our product and service by converting a facility with areas for hydroponic farming, sleeping pods, hygiene stations, and also group meeting rooms. We will install vertical hydroponic systems using low water and high yield techniques. We will need to recruit staff, which would be our counselors, spiritual leaders, volunteers, and even farming mentors. We will need to create structured programs for therapy, job training, and faith based gatherings. We will also be partnering with local farms and agricultural schools for expertise and support. We will market our products and service by our website, TikTok, and Instagram. We will highlight our success stories and our vision on our social medias. And once we get our footing, we will move into local news and community events to help get volunteers and donations. We would also market through word of mouth and each of us talking about our vision for the Garden of Eden. Community outreach would also be a really good way to promote our mission. Now I'm going to pass it off to Kaleb.
Thank you, Melea. Now I'm going to discuss our revenue model. Our revenue model blends multiple funding streams to create stability. First, we'll apply for government grants, especially from the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development for housing and the United States Department of Agriculture for the hydroponic side. We'll also rely on donations and sponsorships from individuals, local businesses, and churches who believe in our mission. To create a sustainable income, we'll sell produce from our hydroponic farm to local markets and restaurants. This social enterprise not only funds the program, but also trains residents in agricultural skills. We'll also host a community fundraising event, like dinners or open houses to raise awareness and generate additional support. In the future, we may charge a small fee for some specialty services or training programs. This blended model helps us to stay true to our mission while building long-term financial health. Our expenses are spread across 5 major areas. First, we have facility costs. This includes rent or mortgage, utilities, and insurance. Second, staffing. We'll need shelter staff, counselors, hydroponic technicians, janitors, and security to keep everything running smoothly. Third, the hydroponic system. This includes the initial setup, like lighting and plumbing, plus ongoing supplies such as seeds, nutrients, and packaging. Fourth, technology and transportation. We'll need computers, internet, phones, plus vans for transporting clients and delivering produce. Finally, marketing and administration. Website updates, community outreach, legal fees, and emergency funds for unexpected issues. This breakdown helps us to plan responsibly and ensures we're covering all essential areas of operation. Startup funding strategy. To get started, we'll use several funding approaches. First, we'll apply for federal and local grants, like the U.S. Department of Housing and Development for housing and the United States Department of Agriculture for agriculture. A strong business plan, a strong business plan and impact proposal will improve our chances. Second, we'll launch a crowdfunding campaign on platforms like GoFundMe or Kickstarter. By sharing personal stories and videos, we can connect emotionally with potential donors. Third, we'll reach out to individuals, local businesses, and churches. Hosting fundraising dinners or community events can build local support. Fourth, we'll explore partnerships with established nonprofits, which can help reduce costs and offer credibility. If needed, we'll also apply for startup loans or seek impact investors, especially to fund the hydroponics side as a social enterprise. Lastly, we'll look for in-kind donations like donated land, legal services, or hydroponic systems to reduce upfront cost. We've identified 4 major challenges that we're likely to face. First, funding stability. Grants and donations can be unpredictable year to year, so we'll need to build a strong financial cushion and diversify income sources. Second, zoning and regulatory issues. Finding a location that allows both shelter and hydroponics might be tricky and could cause major delays. Third, staffing burnout. Working in a shelter is emotionally demanding, and turnover can be extremely high. We'll need to prioritize staff, support, training, and wellness. Fourth, balancing mission with revenue. Selling produce is important for funding, but we must ensure it doesn't shift focus away from serving residents. By identifying these barriers now, we can create strategies to deal with them before they become major problems. Thank you.